Good day, everybody. Today is Wednesday, and so we're going to be today looking at Psalm 105. So if you want to get your Bibles out and look at that with me, we're only going to, this is a long psalm for today, and so we're going to look at the first 22 verses and talk about that. So let's get into this. Oh, give thanks to the Lord, call upon his name, make known his deeds among the peoples. Sing to him, sing praises to him, tell of all his wondrous works. Glory in his holy name. Let the hearts of those who seek the Lord rejoice. Seek the Lord and his strength. Seek his presence continually. Remember the wondrous works that he has done, his miracles and the judgments he uttered. O offspring of Abraham, his servant, children of Jacob, his chosen ones. He is the Lord our God. His judgments are in all the earth. He remembers his covenant forever, the word that he commanded for 1,000 generations. The covenant that he made with Abraham, his sworn promise to Isaac, which he confirmed to Jacob as a statute, to Israel as an everlasting covenant, saying, to you I will give the land of Canaan as your portion for an inheritance. When they were few in number, of little account, and sojourners in it, wandering from nation to nation, from one kingdom to another people, he allowed no one to oppress them. He rebuked kings on their account, saying, touch not my anointed ones, do my prophets no harm. When he summoned a famine on the land and broke all supply of bread, he had sent a man ahead of them, Joseph, who was sold as a slave. His feet were hurt with fetters. His neck was put in a collar of iron, until what he had said came to pass. The word of the Lord tested him. God, the king, sent and released him. The ruler of the people set him free. He made him lord of his house and ruler of all his possessions, to bind his princes at his pleasure, and to teach his elders wisdom. It then goes on to say about Moses and the Israelites going to Egypt and Moses coming to rescue, and talking more about that throughout the rest of the psalm. It says in verse 42, for he remembered his holy promise and Abraham his servant. It seems to be the reoccurring theme in this Psalm 105 that God remembers. He remembers his covenant. He remembers his people. It's a good word for us today because sometimes, in the midst of crises like this, we can tend to forget. But to be reminded that he doesn't, that he always remembers his covenant, his love, his grace, and no matter how far off we stray, no matter how much we depart from the faithfulness of turning to him, he doesn't forget, even though we might. One of the things that kind of struck me with this is verse 4. It says, seek the Lord and his strength, seek his presence continually. The theme is that the Lord remembers, but he's calling us to also remember every day. It's hard when you're in something like this. It's hard to stay positive and to really seek what it is that he is calling us to. With regards to faith in him and trust in him. It gets difficult sometimes, especially in times like this. But we are to continually remember, as he remembers. He does not forget, nor will he, because he can't. He's the God of the universe, the God of all creation, who loves you and me so much that he can't forget all that he has done. And particularly now with the cross and the empty tomb just recently behind us with regards to our celebration, we can't forget all that he has done to give us a way to find refuge and strength in a time like this. And so I hope that helps a little bit for today. We are one step closer to getting to the point where we are better off, and we're back to being able to socialize and all of that. And so we look forward to that day. But in the meantime, let us remember the graciousness of our God and the strength and the presence that he provides for us daily. God's blessings, and be a blessing whenever you can this day. Amen.